All right, gentlemen, let's get into the conversation. Mr. President, first of all, has promised more federal government's presence, according to him, in that state. I wonder what your thoughts are, Stephen, about Mr. President's very strange visit. As I said, I saw he was very energetic, you know, from when he touched down at the airport, and then it looked like he was actually there to campaign, but he wasn't there to campaign. He was just there to, you know, support what the government is doing.
I would rather say that, let me borrow your word, strange visit. Strange in the sense that we had a president who has, as far as I am concerned, lost touch with his base, with the Nigerian people.
How do you mean?
You've been president for the past 6 years, and this is the first time you are visiting a particular region. I mean, it sounds really, really strange. What was wrong with him? Did he have to wait for the Supreme Court to install an APC governor in Imo State, and then wait for the governor to be able to stabilize the state a little before he visits? It's unimaginable. That's the truth. It's unimaginable. I mean, okay, if you want to say
if you're saying
the president has visited Maiduguri how many times? That's bonus.
No, but if you're saying the president has not been there in the past 6 years,
yeah,
he was only re-elected in 2019. He should have been there. I'm sure he went there.
What happened to the first 4 years? What happened to his first 4 years?
Okay.
He has lost touch with virtually all the people in this country.
The president cannot be everywhere, can he?
Even if a president cannot be everywhere, he has a vice president. There's supposed to have been some form of empathy. When the prison was attacked, where was the president? We didn't hear anything. It was much more later that his foot soldiers started shouting. When that particular state, Imo State, was under siege by bandits and all what have you, the president said nothing. This visit, as far as I'm concerned, is more political than the statement visit that he claims to be. He came. How many roads did he commission? Were the roads federal government roads? Were they not state government roads? He was just invited to be honored by the governor. This visit was plainly political, regardless of how you want to put it. APC as a political party has been fighting to get the Southeast. Now that they seem to have gotten some foothold in the Southeast, the president wants to identify with them by promising them projects. How many of the promises that the president made to the people of this country has he fulfilled over the last 6 years? So that would be the yardstick for you to measure whether the promises he made to the people of the Southeast in Imo State is strong enough to carry water or not.
All right, let's hear Dr. Dayo's initial thoughts about Mr. President's visits to the Southeast. I'm sure the region should have been excited to see their president. It's been quite some time.
You see, let me quickly help my friend out where he was talking about the relationship between the governor and the president. Perhaps the governor was trying to invite the president to appreciate him for probably in quotes, allowing Supreme Court to declare him the governor of that state. You know that there's still a controversy on that particular judgment. There's still a controversy because the Imo people, they are saying no, this is not their governor. So probably in quotes underline, he is just trying to. But then let's leave that by the way. It doesn't even concern me whether the president is visiting a particular state or is not visiting a particular state. But this is a region that is having a big issue within the federation called Nigeria in terms of activities of IPOB, in terms of having one of their stakeholders in DSS detention, in terms of even not having them as they're supposed to have them within the calculation of leadership hegemony in this country. All I had wanted, or all I would have expected the president to do, even if you are not visiting, ensure that one, the youth of that place is seeing themselves as part of Nigeria. The people of that state are seeing themselves as not being punished for the civil war that happened, because today they still have it at the back of their mind that they are not being inclusive as regards Nigerian calculation because of that civil war scenario. And I always tell people, can a single person fight himself? No. Two people has to be involved before a fight can ensue. Now again, what are you doing to that particular region to stabilize that place? What is it that you are doing to stabilize that place, to ensure that federal government presence is being felt in that particular region?
Well,
we are now talking about...
He changed the Inspector General of Police while he was in Imo State. He was removed. He sent the army there to stabilize.
And what happened between the army and the people of Imo State? What happened? Were they not being massacred? Do you, the things, I mean, those scenarios are still...
The federal government denies all of that.
Yeah, but the people are saying, these are the things that happened to them, and they have facts and figures to show. They are all on the social media. But the issue is this: you see him now going there telling them from that speech we listened to that they will now feel federal government presence there. How many years?
Less than 2 years.
How many years? How many years waiting for you? Just like when he was saying that he was going to employ how many millions of Nigerians now within the next 10 years. Are you still going to be there for the next 10 years? You and the UNDP. What has happened to other programs before now?
That means he's going to set a structure and system in place. That
within 2 years.
What structures you are talking about should have been set up in the first 4 years. By now, it will have started yielding dividends.
You see,
you want to set up structures in 2 years when you are going away, where we have a situation whereby government is not continuous as far as Nigeria is concerned, because another person, whether an APC person or whatever person that comes up, will come and want to start doing it his own way.
So
the issue here, sorry, please, let me say something. The issue here is very, very clear. The people of the Southeast have a problem with the federal government. This particular federal government never did anything for the people of the South.
Well, Mr. President will also argue that he got the least votes from the Southeast region.
Does it matter? When you take him to court, what do the judgment says? The people of Nigeria voted you as president.
Is it
the people of the Southeast, or the people of the North, or the people of the South, or the people of Niger Delta? It is the Nigerian people that voted him. So he is accountable to the people of Nigeria. Not the people of one region.
No,
not Southeast, not South, not Southwest.
Yes, so the other issue is the fact that there was also a sit-at-home order by the IPOB. I wonder if that received any adherence at all.
And again, that is to tell you why somebody like me will not support some of the activities of also IPOB. Because when you look at the state of IPOB, the Ohanese also came up. Ohanese is even being seen as the apex socio-cultural organization of the Easterners. They are not in support of that. So to that extent, I will have expected IPOB to welcome the president, welcome the president, and then sit him down, have a dialogue. Look at 1, 2, 3. Look at ABC. Do you understand? Rather than saying, oh, sit at home. Because if you are saying you don't want to see him, how then do you resolve your problems? Instead of us.
I wonder if you say the IPOB should welcome the president. Where is the leader of the IPOB? What has happened to him?
Those are the, listen, as is, he is being held by the DSS, okay?
Right.
But either you like it or not, there's what we call the structure of that organization. The leadership of that organization should have sat down with the president. Look at this, release our leader. Look at this, do this for the Easterners. Look at this. We will not even be talking about secession if we are able to get 1, 2, 3 from your government. Because either you like it or not, this particular government, it is in this particular government that we have secessionist activities heightened the most in the history of Nigeria. So all I would have expected them was to join hands with Ohanaeze and I think that Masop too said they want to sit down with the president. Let the three of them, I mean, engage themselves first.
There was a town hall meeting.
At that town hall meeting, do we have IPOB people there to present their demands to the president? Then we'll have given them a more credence for somebody like me to give them support.
You see.
So right. we need to discuss these days because rather than killing each other and all that.
All right, Stephen, we need to quickly round off on this very shortly so we can begin to take feedbacks from our viewers.
Let me just say one thing. You see, while I will agree that IPOP and other sprinter groups did not do their job well. For example, when I came in here, I told you that I was having a peace meeting with my children who are supposed to go back to school on Monday. And we had to look for a deal. Now, if you have a dispute, just like the Ohanaeze said, that Nigeria, that the Igbos are like fishes in an ocean. No matter the amount of storm in an ocean, the fish don't go to anywhere. If you have a problem with your leadership, what you do is you sit down and you sort out issues in the first instance. Now that is what IPOP should have done. That is what Masop should have done. But at that town hall meeting, I'm not sure there was a representative of either IPOP or Masop, which was wrong in the first instance, because those people who were planning that particular town hall meeting should have included these guys, so that everybody will come out and bear his grudges, and then let the president take or actually provide a solution. But if you look at their solutions, the reason why all these groups are fighting is not one thing. It's because the regions seem to have been ostracized from the federal government. They are not feeling Nigeria as they ought to feel.
Impact within their region.
That's why the president has promised that they will feel it. Less than 2 years.
In less than 2 years,
the president.
How up to 2 years again? It's about 20 months or so.
How is he going to do it? That's my grouse. How is he going to do it if he doesn't? If he did not do it in 6 years, is it now that he's going to do it?
He's the president.
And if I were him, even in his speech, I would have even mentioned the kind of deal I was going to have with IPOP. Bearing in mind that they were even saying people should sit at home. Yeah, you are sitting at home, but at the same time, I'm having a deal with you.
So, all right.
You know.
So, Mr. Bolumade from Burning Kebbi says that the people of the southeastern parts of the country have been marginalized in the scheme of things, and Nigeria says the end of the civil war amounts to making a gross understatement. As a starting point towards addressing this problem, I urge Mr. President to not only honor the promises he made to Indigbo in his recent visits to their area, his government should also honor the long-standing strides caused by Nigerians for a fundamental restructuring of the country. Thank you so much, Bolumade from Burning Kebbi. All right, so we can take your calls now. As we round off on this conversation on this particular topic. As usual, when you call, you have to move away from your TV set. In fact, before you call, move away from your TV set or just turn down the volume completely. We will not take your calls if we get callbacks. And as usual, again, we'll also appeal to you that you ensure your language is TV friendly, and of course, it's also for broadcasts. You definitely also have less than 60 seconds to share your thoughts and insights with us. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and your location, please? All right, good to have somebody call us from the region. Go ahead with your thoughts, please.
I listened to your discussion.
Yeah.
I think the letter I brought and the president.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that we are from yeah. As a citizen, there are some such a situation in the country, which Yes, there are some projects going on in Southeast now under this administration, which will never fail under Jonathan. So if the understanding that this man has not done anything, so but I thought should sit down and discuss their issues.
All right.
So that the federal government can respond to them. I think that's the thing.
All right.
The use of force is not the right way. About it.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. We indeed appreciate your thoughts. It's good to have somebody from the Southeast call and he's saying, look, the use of force is not the language to use. Dialogue.
We have to sit down and dialogue.
Dialogue.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll take more calls as we begin to move on to the next topic. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes. What's your name and your location, please?
Lukman calling from Abuja.
All right. Thank you so much, Lukman. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Okay. The visit of the president to the Southeast is belated. In 6 years, we remember an entire region of 5 states that he's supposed to visit them. And the people shows their dissatisfaction with the way he has been treating them. I am not in support of Bible or whatever, but true justice is justice.
Right.
You see, we have 18 security agencies. All the entire 18, none of the heads is from the southeast. So it shows that he's not doesn't kind of and doesn't have any mind.
All right, thank you. Yes.
Right.
Thank you so much, Lukman from Abuja. Indeed. Okay, so gentlemen, we have to wrap.
Yeah, the president maybe now thinks that he can go to the southeast. I don't even see what he actually has promised the southeast in his one day visit to the southeast.
He has promised them more federal government's presence.
In terms of
That is laughable. And you know that nothing can be done between now and the end of his tenure.
So
I don't expect him to do anything more than going back to Abuja. Bye-bye.
all right, thank you so much, Francis. All right, Mr. President can certainly do something. He's the president. He can. Oh my word! All right, gentlemen, we have to round off now. What? In 60 seconds or less, what are your thoughts and insights and advice to this administration as regards how the president should finish, or end his tenure as regards changing the mindset and impression, especially in that particular region?
Yeah, you see, honestly speaking, 20 months, about 20 months that he's serving is still a long time to go. He can do a lot of, he can still do a lot of things.
Of course.
One, by coming up with sustainable empowerment for the youth, not only in the southeast, but all over the federation. Two, by not tampering with the level of, standard of living of the people now. Tampering in terms of not increasing pump prices of petroleum, again, not increasing tariffs of the social amenities, again, coming up with projects that will improve health delivery and educational system in Nigeria, because those are the areas that people normally feel the pinch the most. So if he can direct his heads to work on this, and again, most importantly, make sure that there is stabilization in our exchange rates, then I think he will be ending the remaining of his tenure on a very, very good note.
I know. All right, Stevie.
Let me say something regarding the people of the southeast. The president will not and cannot fulfill those things that he promised. However, if he really wants to do something tangible for the people of the Southeast this time around, as he promised, I expect him first and foremost.
Remember, the APC has.
Wait, I'm coming. I'm going there.
States.
I'm going there. I'm going there.
Okay.
I am expecting the president not to go shopping for political leaders, thereby using government money to bribe people from the Southeast to decamp to APC.
Are you saying
wait,
shop for political leaders?
No, because the money, those money, excuse me, those money that you use
voted him.
Those money that you use in getting those guys to come over to your party are the same money that will have made use of to put routes in order, to create small, medium-scale jobs. Because when contractors are working and they are creating and they are working, small, non-skilled jobs are created, and young men and women will get jobs. Use that money judiciously to get some things done. And then naturally you will convert the people to your side. Other than that, please not.
All right, gentlemen, we have to move on now and talk about something else, actually. There are two issues that have made the federal government and state governments to clash. One is the issue of the value-added tax. The other is the issue of open grazing. Let's begin with the VAT, the value-added tax. As we understand, an appeal court in Abuja has ordered all parties to maintain status quo and refrain from taking actions that would give effect to the judgment of the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt.